Commandeer.
He said he'd come to commandeer one.
Indefinitely.
We can't keep her here indefinitely.
Patriot.
I'm a patriot. I love this country.
Vita.
Have you brought your vita and certificates with you?
Revival.
And these days there seems to be a revival of that old-time religion.
Subordination.
The society was once characterized by male domination and female subordination.
Odoriferous.
But when confronted with a male researcher, or even just his odoriferous t-shirt, the animals grimaced less.
Readability.
Her prose combines lyricism with readability.
Solidify.
Bamboo shoots will solidify shortly after breaking through the soil.
Robbery.
He's a suspect in a robbery.
Cautionary.
It's a classic cautionary tale, right?
Walnut.
Chicken salad has walnuts.
Ian.
Circumspection.
I honor your circumspection.
Betoken.
Betoken glad. Lo, now apparent all.
Colonizer.
The arrival of European colonizers.
Inverse.
Radiant intensity is the inverse square of distance.
Suasion.
Moral suasion.
Transform.
The stone will transform any metal into pure gold.
Acclimate.
We are being acclimated to New York weather.
Malevolent.
And one of his favorite sayings is the universe is 100% malevolent.
Occlusion.
Occlusion of the coronary arteries.
Dalliance.
Your lips had a dalliance with the lips of another woman.
Rancorous.
And the campaign really got rancorous when Goldsmith tried to link Khan to extremists.
Reconstitute. Now they taste exactly like pistachios, but they're made primarily of reconstituted fish bits. Sagacious.
A sagacious businessman seldom fails in his business.
Mildly.
Harry tried to look mildly surprised.
Vague.
I only have vague memories of him.
Gloss.
I put your lipstick on ice in your trailer, organized by gloss.
Evaporate.
Some of the water evaporated, the rest froze.
Ecologist.
You could be a doctor or an ecologist studying the earth.
Miscellany.
Section 9, miscellany.
Antique.
It's an antique chair.
Fetter.
I don't think we should be fettered by that sort of thing, do you?
Enlighten.
I think I know what's going on. Enlighten us.
Omission.
We also have elision, which is the omission of one or more sounds.
Fateful.
6 dead and 22 injured on that fateful day.
Individual.
We look at every single student as an individual person.
Domesticity.
I don't interfere with domesticity.
Reenact.
Are we going to reenact the crime?
Opposite.
We don't carpool, Ari. We live on opposite sides of town.
Lifeguard.
Before going into the ocean, know how to swim and swim near a lifeguard if at all possible.
Forage.
North American bears also spend the summer foraging for food.
Interference.
It's my personal life and I don't want any interference.
Tummy.
Pat your tummy.
Popularity.
Yet, the growth of coffee will not reduce the popularity of tea.
Unconscious.
Derek has been unconscious for 11 hours.
Thermonuclear.
The core itself is a thermonuclear weapon.
Withdraw.
If my man wins, you must withdraw your army.
Culprit.
The police never caught the culprit.
Kudos.
If this can help you eat less without much effort, then kudos.
Approximation.
She's a close approximation to what you described.
Gusher.
We endeavor to avoid the old romantic idea of a gusher, which wastes oil and gas.
Resuscitation.
You're flat on the ground, the air is gone, and you need resuscitation.
Temperamental.
Rob was so temperamental. When you're young and dumb, that's romantic.
Innate.
We're not born with an innate understanding of our biases.
Televise.
It's being televised on Channel 4.
Doctrinaire. Onus.
As a result, the onus of social mobility has shifted on to the individual.
Airliner.
The Boeing 727.
The 727 was probably the first high-speed airliner.
Welfare.
I'm extremely concerned for the welfare of these children.
Constraint.
Constraints are the mother of creativity.
Bloomer.
A late bloomer is somebody who develops later on in life, either physically or mentally.
Annex.
And in 1981, Israel annexed the Golan to make it an official part of Israel.
Visceral.
This kind of connection is so visceral and so immediate.
Encroachment.
The deadening encroachment of political correctness.
Avid.
She was an avid reader and collector of geological specimens. Incision.
This is the incision a surgeon would make when removing a liver.
Amplify.
The humidity of the night air amplifies sounds.
Dominance.
I think the days of U.S. dominance are over.
Adjust.
Turn on light. Adjust brightness.
Heterogeneous.
His presidency has been a heterogeneous compound of right and wrong, of wisdom and error.
Enmity.
Lord Voldemort's gift for spreading discord and enmity is very great.
Enigmatic.
They're complicated and enigmatic, and usually worth it.
Sonata.
It's Schubert's last sonata. It's all about acceptance of death.
Foible.
Woody Allen has taught us to look more kindly on the foibles of people we'd otherwise risk calling neurotic wimps.
Conveyor.
The Yangtze River in China is a natural conveyor belt for soil from the plateau above it.
Cynosure.
I beheld one the cynosure of a ballroom, the other the inmate of a convent cell.
Intersect.
I love Berlin's new main railway station. It's two crystal tunnels intersecting at this point.
Pretense.
There can be no pretense of equality.
Originator.
Sir William James is thought to be the originator of fingerprinting as a means of identification.
Riot.
Riots broke out across the empire.
Abigail.
The girl's name is Abigail Ashe.
Waif.
And they had fed and clothed any number of waifs who slept in their cellar.
Censure.
That he abused his authority in the field received several letters of censure.
Earthly.
Slaves obey your earthly masters in everything.
Authoritarian.
Protests broke out against the country's authoritarian government in major cities.
Redundant.
Those shields are redundant! This bullet will find you!
Infuriate.
Susan was infuriated by Paul's evasive answers.
Tenacious.
For an animal of his size, the wolverine is a tenacious predator.
Genetically.
A genetically engineered monster.
Astronomical.
Most astronomical telescopes employ reflection to focus starlight.
Genealogist.
After blowing $100 on a genealogist, your mother discovers she's Jewish.
Ripeness.
We pick the fruit at the peak of ripeness.
Vividly.
You remember Janice?
Vividly. How are you?
Automate.
New technology replaces any job where work can be automated.
Cone.
What shape is an ice cream cone?
It's a cone.
Contribute.
Each worker contributed $1 to the Red Cross.
Trinket.
Do you think you can change my mind with trinkets?
Unerringly.
His unerringly accurate intuition.